Hello and welcome to this Ferris State University Bulldog football preview as the Bulldogs begin the NCAA Division II football playoffs. I'm Rob Bentley, voice of the Bulldogs, along with Sandy Gholston. We get set for round one as Ferris State plays host to the Northwood Timberwolves on Saturday at Top Taggart Field. Kickoff set for 1 p.m. Sandy, the Bulldogs taking on an opponent from a different league, but an opponent they know pretty well here, former GLIAC member in Northwood here in round one.
Yeah, there's no question. Even though they're not in our conference anymore, there's still a lot of ties between these two teams and a lot of familiarity, and it's one of those things where they're just a little over an hour away. Big Rapids and Midland separated by, and so there is some familiarity, and it's exciting to play a different team that we maybe haven't seen in a number of years. But at the same time, it's a playoff game, and so no matter who you're playing, it's important that you get off to a good start and you come in with the right attitude, the right work ethic, and the right focus to really get off. It's win or go home now from here on out.
Of course, two teams on opposite sides of the playoff spectrum. The Bulldogs will be making their nation-leading 11th consecutive appearance. Northwood in the playoffs for the first time since 2006.
Yeah, and they're feeling good. We saw the video clip of them celebrating, and rightfully so, getting into the NCAA playoffs, and they had to really work hard down the stretch of their schedule to secure their spot in the NCAA playoffs. And so very deserving team. They've had a really good season. They play really hard, and a little different than Northwood teams I think we remember from the old days of the GLIAC, but at the same time, they're a team that's really worked to get themselves in a good position. So it's going to be a really good test for the Ferris State to play this team, and a team that's coming in playing some good football down the stretch.
25 straight wins for the Bulldogs. They finish off another unbeaten regular season, 11-0 with the win over Davenport last week, but a new season now, one game at a time here in the Division II playoffs.
Yeah, some of those numbers and streaks, they're certainly very impressive, and obviously winning a second consecutive GLIAC championship, that means a lot to this program, and a couple of key goals that were established this year so far. But now it's the next season, it's the second season, if you will, and the Bulldogs right now just have to focus one game at a time, and that next opponent is Northwood. And so I think the Bulldogs have done a pretty remarkable job. They were right after the last game of the regular season against Davenport, they were back in the offices and they were working on Northwood and getting ready for Northwood. And so that's what these coaches do, and they understand what's at stake.
Of course, the Bulldogs will have a chance to do that right here at home, secure a home field advantage with the top seed here in Super Region 3.
Well, there's no place like home. That's the old saying, and I think the Bulldogs hope it's true. They've played really well at home, and I think they're hoping after a couple of quote-unquote slow starts on the road that they can really get off to a fast start here, and I think they're going to need to. The Bulldogs are going to need to really work on getting off to a fast start and really coming out with that peak intensity, and so we're looking forward to that, and I think the Bulldogs have had some good practices this week, certainly a good practice behind us just a little bit ago, and so I think they hope they're going to be ready.
It'll be the Bulldogs and the Northwood Timberwolves here in the first round of the NCAA Division II football playoffs on Saturday. Kickoff set for 1 p.m. right here at Top Taggart Field. We'll have all the coverage on Sunny 97.3 and the Bulldog Sports Network, along with the video coverage on ESPN Plus as the Bulldogs open up the Division II playoffs. For complete coverage of Ferris State football's playoff run, be sure to visit ferrisstatebulldogs.com.